In a land ruled by dust, danger, and desire. Sometimes the fiercest battles aren't fought with guns, but with hearts that refuse to stay lonely. In the wide stretch of the Madden Ranch, the sun slid low across the sky and the dust moved like breath on the wind. Emma Hayes carried her basket toward the old ranch house, her hands worn yet steady. Jackson Madden watched her from the stable, his eyes tracing every tired line of her day. She stepped into the kitchen and the warm air filled with the scent of bread dough and fresh cut vegetables. Jackson pushed the door open and stood quietly as if he feared he might break the moment she told him she did not need help, but he offered anyway, saying he was better with a knife than he was with words. She looked up, and for a heartbeat something soft and unspoken floated between them, as real as the warm kitchen light. Night fell across the ranch and Emma walked to the well, lantern in hand. The coyotes cried somewhere beyond the pasture. Jackson followed her with slow steps, telling her she worked too hard, and she answered that he worried too much. He told her that when he rode the fence line at night, the glow of her kitchen light pulled him home like a promise she had never spoken. Emma froze, the flame flickering across her face. She asked him not to say things he did not mean, and he told her he meant every word, that the lonely nights felt less lonely when she was near. Later she stood in the kitchen kneading dough while he leaned against the door, watching her with a gentleness he rarely showed. He told her she could leave the ranch if she chose, and that she deserved more than cold nights and long days. She said the nights did not feel so cold anymore. He stepped closer and said if he was being too bold she could stop him, but he could not ignore the feeling that she belonged not only in the kitchen but in his life. She told him she was scared, wanting something again after losing so much. He said they could be scared together. They sat on the porch under a sky full of stars, their shoulders touching enough to quiet the fear inside them. He told her he did not want her to fix him, only to stay long enough that maybe the ghost stopped whispering. She told him she did not want to fill every empty night of his past, only to make the next night easier. He smiled with a kind of hope he had not felt in years. When dawn brushed the ranch with pale blue light, Emma stood in the doorway and Jackson saddled his horse ready for the morning ride. He asked if he would see her at breakfast, and she teased him to survive the north pasture first. He paused in the saddle, looking at her as if memorizing her in the new light. He thanked her for giving a lonely man something to look forward to. She smiled as he rode off, and the morning felt different, softer somehow, as if the land itself had shifted and neither of them stood alone anymore.